Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Palworld Survivor Guide. We are talking about pals who have the gathering skill and how to make them more efficient. We have our bell guard right here, who's actually gathering, I believe, right now. The gathering skill literally is just like harvesting your plantation. That's kind of like what it covers. So the kind of benefit of having efficient gathering pals is, they harvest this faster, which means you get your ingredients faster, you get your food faster. So if you're waiting on people to make stuff because you want to make cake or you want to make a specific kind of food item for yourself because you like how it buffs you or whatever, making sure that you don't have kind of like this bottleneck of like where your pals aren't gathering fast enough, that could be a problem. So let's talk about how to make these guys work a little bit more efficiently. So the first obviously is to kind of give everybody like an overall boost in productivity and efficiency, and you can do that with the with the flower bed structure. It's unlocked at level 24, requires 2 tech points, and we'll just go ahead and put this down ourselves because we don't have one yet. We don't even have it unlocked, so let's just quick unlock it. And then to make this, you will need 50 wood, 100 stone, 40 cement, and then 20 beautiful flowers. And if you don't have like cement yet, that is also another resource that you can unlock here at level 19. And obviously to make it, you'll need 50 stone, 1 bone, and then 1 pal fluid. And you make this in the high quality workbench. But let's focus on our new friend here. So we'll just get out of here and we'll go to wherever we have that, our other. Here we go. And golly, I don't know, I guess I kind of I know I want to eventually rebuild this house, but I don't know. I'm just like, let's just, they don't have to access this. This is literally just like, as long as it's like in your base, it just makes them more efficient. So we'll just put that right there. Let's get a friend out here to help because this is going to take a while to build. There you go. Nice. So the other kind of thing that I wanted to just quickly mention is the beautiful flowers. Excuse me, that's kind of like the other kind of like major ingredient that you might not have. So beautiful flowers come from specific animal or pals, like Ribbunny can sometimes drop them. I think Battalia can as well. There's a few of them out there, but honestly, I think like I got all of mine. Like I had 0 and I went to 30, and I got mine by. I'll just let you guys do that. At the wild, what is it called? The sanctuary over here. This guy, I literally just went down here, and I was able to get like 30 of these. So I just literally just kind of like went down here. I got on my Nightwing. Just kind of flew across the water, and like these things are technically guarded. If you go in there and the guards spot you, they will come after you and kill you. So you got to be a little bit careful. But this one I didn't find too dangerous, at least in my experience. I think there was like 1 guard there that I ran into, but he was very easy to avoid. But you will basically find these beautiful flowers all kind of like sprouting around here. So if you don't have beautiful flowers, I highly recommend going here, just because you can get a lot in a very short amount of time instead of having to like find specific pals. That's what I recommend anyway. So I believe these guys have finished the flower bed. Indeed, there it is. Look how cute. It does not match the rest of this place at all. It is not cute. But now that that's down, what that's going to do is it's basically going to boost the efficiency of pals who have the gathering skill. We can just quick read that in its description even. It says, place in a base to improve the gathering efficiency of pals. Boom, there we go. So, you can come back. Anybody who has the gathering skill, when they are doing that, when they are harvesting your fields, they're going to be a little bit faster. So that means like even your like tier 1 pals, with the gathering skill, they will be a little bit faster too. So not bad like for beginners and anybody really, because even if you have like a level 3 or 4 pal with a gathering skill, that's still going to make them faster. So I feel like it's just it's good to have around. Now besides the flower bed, you can obviously improve that by getting better pals. Most people will probably start with like your very, very beginner types like Belguard here, with their level 1 gathering. I think the monkey Tansy, I believe he has like a level 1. There's a bunch of them that have like a level 1 gathering skill, and those are great for beginning, for the beginning part of the game. But it's once you start to advance it's not a bad idea to replace those pals. So some of the ones you can start to kind of like maybe focus on, if you're looking for like just to upgrade from the tier 1 to tier 2, Tombat is a potential option. Even Nightwing has like a level 2 in Gathering, so that's really not that bad. And then obviously tier 3, Verdash is kind of like your really good one. Like Verdash is actually probably, I would say, almost not, it's not like top tier, but it's definitely going to be like your go-to for quite some time, and that's because it has obviously a tier 3 in Gathering, but it also has a tier 2 in Planting, so it kind of like takes care of 2 farming workloads for you, which is pretty awesome. Just 2 in 1 there. And then Verdash, like I said, will kind of get you through for the most part. Once you kind of like reach the late stages of the game, you can then go for the only pal thus far that has tier 4 in Gathering, and that is the Frostallion Noct, which you have to breed. So that's why that one is kind of harder to get, because you do have to get like specific types of pals to actually make it. So that might not be readily available to you before you get like a Verdash or something. So Verdash will kind of like carry you through, and then if you can eventually get a Frostallion Noct, go for that, because that is the only one thus far that has that tier 4 in Gathering. And obviously the better pal it is, or the higher level that it has, the faster it's going to be doing that. And then with your flower bed, that's making them work even faster. So amazing. And then there's also a 3 kind of like work skills, I would say, that isn't terrible for you to have with your Gathering pals as well. The first obviously is Workaholic, great for all types of workers. That makes their sanity drop 50% slower, so they're not running over to like the hot springs to take breaks. They're focusing on working, which means they're getting more done, which is great. The Artisan work skills, another great one that increases their work speed by 50%. And the main kind of like, I guess, reason that I think that's not bad is like if you kind of have your farm spread out, they're going to be like running to and fro. So that one's a little bit more, I guess, subjective or relative to like kind of how you have your base planned out. Like I have mine all here, so it's like not bad, because they're not going to be like running to and from, unless they also have the transporting skill. If they have that, then I would say Artisan is even more important, because that'll make them move a little bit faster and get their stuff done faster. But if it's just Gathering they have, and the Artisan work skill is mostly helpful if your stuff is kind of like all scattered throughout your base. And then finally, Swift, and again, that's kind of like hang on, sorry, I switched that around. Artisan is the work speed, so they're going to be going faster. Swift is the one where they move faster. That's the one. So that's the one that's a little bit more like relative, like if your stuff is spaced out. Artisan, though, that's just going to make them gather faster, which is great. Like I think it's like a 50% in their work speed, which is amazing. So again, flower bed on top of that, they're gathering stuff really fast, which is great. And then obviously, like I said, the Swift one, that's going to be the 30% increase to work speed, which is relative to what your base looks like. But those are kind of like some work skills that can kind of just, boost them a little bit more. But if you guys have any other strategies on how to make your Gathering pals a little bit more efficient, do let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.